Hello ladies and welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia and today I am going to be demonstrating how I wrapped yesterday's look. This look is based on a photograph that was sent to me by one of our beautiful wrap sisters to decipher the look. See how the original wrap sister got the large volume and exactly how I thought she wrapped this particular look. Now I will insert a picture of the original wrap, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about my process for figuring out what it was. I'm hoping to make this one a shorter video. I've been making a lot of really long videos and I know they're hard to sit through. I wore it yesterday, this really pretty pashmina. It's just a solid pashmina from Wrapunzel. It's not super heavy, but it'll work for this wrap. I wanted to keep, when I was doing this, I wanted to keep the color of the wrap and the texture of the scarf used as close as possible to what I think the original wrap was created of. That way it wouldn't be distracting. Now, for this, I started by figuring out that the wrap was turban style, and then it laid in the back, came around in the knot in the front. In order to get the bulk in the knot, I folded over in the back, like so. And then in the front, I also folded a little under, just because this piece here shows a little bit in this style. There's always a little teeny tiny piece of the scarf that shows in the front, and I didn't want it to be messy. So that was my reasoning and a bit of the beginning of my process. Now, when I looked at the picture, it had extreme volume, but I could see that it was just, I'm looking at the picture as we speak, it just had one scarf. So I was trying to figure out which shaper I thought was used in the photo. And I figured it wasn't an Uber because that was a very large, or a shaper the size of an Uber because that would have been too big. That was way too big. So I chose the next step down, which is the Wendy. Now, my Wendy is not fully stuffed. I took some of the stuffing out. The fully stuffed Wendy is this big. I have enough hair that it would have been overstuffed, so I took out some of the stuffing from my blonde. I chose the blonde because it's a lighter scarf, and I thought it matched better. So if accidentally a little bit of shaper shows, it's not horrible. It won't be as noticeable if it were white or black. Now, I'm going to start the wrap by folding over approximately this much. This will be in the back. I'm going to place it on my head centered. So, also, before I do that, I almost forgot. When I placed my Wendy on, I placed it so that the volume, and you can do this, hold the band here and push the stuffing forward, because I want more of the volume up here. I'll turn sideways to show you, because let's turn sideways. Right here, I want it to come up sort of straighter. I don't want any of the volume to be back here. I don't want the volume shifting. Up top is best. Now, if you don't want to do this with this extreme volume, I'm sure one of the Cloud 9 shapers would be excellent for this look too. But this one was extreme volume. Okay, now that I've rambled, here's some, let's get to it. So I folded it over, and I'm going to place it on my head with the folded part in the back. Okay, there we go. Like so. Okay. Now, this part up here, I'm going to take and fold over just slightly. Again, it's just to make it look neat. I'm gathering this up, making sure that it is still folded. It wants to unfold. That's why I don't typically like to fold down at the back. Okay, so I have even Steven and swoop forward. Refold and then swoop forward. Okay, do it again. We are going to swoop forward and tuck this neatly. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's nice to have it neatened up. Okay, so pulling this down just a little bit. Okay, so I have to this point. Now, if you want to continue messing with this to get it a little bit neater, go right ahead. Now, I have the scarf on the right, I'm bringing it in front. That's not my right. I'm so sorry. The scarf on my left, I'm going to bring it in front. Now, this is not a super, super, super tight wrap. This is a really kind of loose wrap. So don't pull too tight. Don't pull it really, really tight. I'm taking the scarf, that was on the left, up and through, and just giving it a pull. Okay, we're going to stuff that one behind. Now, trying to keep this all up front. I don't want this knot spread out really far. I want it pretty condensed into one location. It makes for a nicer knot. Now, I'm taking this back piece, I'm opening it up, and I'm laying it over. Now, I don't like the edges, so I'm keeping this crease, keeping it folded, and I'm just adjusting, just like so. Now, I'm going to spin about to show you what it looks like from the back right now. So we have it scarf laying just like so. Okay, now this one, I'm just going to do the same thing. But I'm not bringing it up. I'm going to bring it to the side. Just like so. And I'm just pulling around. Now, so many things we could do that are not part of this wrap, but I'm going to be disciplined in this one and not go there. I will probably talk about it in another video, but I'm going to bring this side around, and I'm just bringing up the end underneath of the tail, just to get rid of all the excess, and it'll help add volume to this side. Okay, and then I'm bringing up this one. I brought it around, and I'm going to find the pocket, and I'm going to do the same thing by tucking under, not between the bottom portion of the scarf and the shaper, not under the shaper, but there is a space, and this thing falling is fine. I will adjust that. Just like so. Okay, so I'm still seeing some fringes. No worries. I can just continue to tuck those all the way in like this. And any weird spots, I can cheat this forward just a bit. Again, this is not a really tight wrap, so it's pretty forgiving when it comes to moving this knot. If you wanted it further back, you can put it back. But this is the wrap that I did yesterday. Again, The folds and pleats, they do vary just slightly because it's it's depending on what the scarf really feels like doing, how much you play with it. If you're finding that, like right now, I'm finding that this piece is not really cooperating, I can take it and try again. So we have this guy here. Let's see if I can just hold him up here for a second. And then bring this back around. Okay. Okay. There we go. But it's still nice. And tuck this one up here. Okay. Okay, so this is yesterday's wrap. Now, obviously today I'm not wearing the same scarf because my makeup is purple. I'm gonna quick take this off and put on the wrap that I'm doing today. It'll just show you, I probably won't talk through this one. I'll just show you what it looks like in a different color. It's still a pashmina from Wrapunzel, just in a purple color. Okay, now as you see, I've done this wrap probably about 10 times before wrapping for the video. So the more you practice, the easier it gets. You also find different ways to cheat it underneath. Like I just realized that I brought this side around and I tucked the fringes in the side here where the knot was. So you find little ways to tweak it each time you wrap it. It gets faster, it gets easier. So definitely practice, 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 because it definitely makes better. All right. Yay, I made this one under 40 minutes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to spin around to show you the whole wrap. So spinning around, you can see the back. It's pretty neat back here. There are not a lot of bumps and stuff. I'm pretty pleased with that. And I'll do the spin around from this side as well, just to kind of give you 360. I'm not adding any pins or anything. I probably will add earrings because why not? And I'll continue to fuss with this for another minute or two. But I'm just going to add these really nifty earrings. They match a necklace I have that my father-in-law gave me, but I think they'd be appropriate. So, but I hope this video was helpful, and I really can't wait to see the wraps that you ladies create. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to be having a lot of different content coming up. I'm finally getting back to filming more than once every couple of weeks. It's been a struggle lately with all the stuff that I'm doing, prepping for the wedding. I've got the chuppah over here I'm working on. I've got some sewing projects and things that I'm doing, and honestly, tons of stuff getting ready to start September. So I'm excited for new content coming up, and oh my goodness, it's just so much. So I hope you ladies have a fabulous day, and I will see you in the next tutorial.